course, Iran kick up their World Cup campaign up against England, of course. But will they go off, shock the world of football by getting themselves a win? I've got an Iranian fan on the line, and we're going to talk about it next. That's right, folks. Back once again with another World Cup preview, of course, with Iranian supporters standing by. We'll chat with them shortly. Of course, if you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button. All things Iran football related, Baba Rose related, World Cup related. We get all here, boys, under one roof ski, of course. Yes, can Iran shock the world of football and maybe not only compete for the top two spots, but maybe compete for number one spot in Group B? We'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, people shout at my VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. But anyway, for my small corner of the YouTube universe, tell me your name, where you're calling us from, and of course, maybe tell us something about Iran.
Rab, and I live in Northampton in United Kingdom, England part. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to the World Cup. As far as I'm concerned, we are in a relatively easy group, apart from England game. I am really hoping for a win and a draw against Wales and USA, and see where we go with England game. Really, anything is possible on the day. As you know, it's a football. Anything can happen, and I think, from my understanding, England's got a few injuries and going with maybe a depleted side. But having said that, they're still a fantastic side. Individually speaking, they play day in, day out in Premier Division, so there shouldn't be any problem. They are at the peak condition from a point of view of playing matches here every day, every week. And as far as Iran is concerned, we are where we are with the situation currently speaking. One good point about us is that we managed to get Carlos Queiroz back. He was in Iran for the last, he had a stint for about 9 years, basically, and then he went away, and then he came back just about a couple of months ago, and since then he's been really pushing hard in order to get the team ready for this really important 3 games, and knowing him and knowing the track record and what we achieved in the last World Cup in Russia, is if we play anything as good as what we did against Morocco and Spain, really, and the last in Portugal as well, we could really look forward to coming out of that group in the second position.
Appreciate that. Of course, Iran, of course, kick off their campaign with England, which of course close to your heart there. What are you expecting for that game and the tournament itself?
I watch the Premier Division almost every day here, and I follow it. I'm a Man United supporter. I know a lot of people are going to say, ooh, but it is what it is. I've been a supporter for all my life, and I'm not going to change it now. Where we are, I've seen it up, I've seen it down, and I'm going to stick with it. Look, I have to be realistic. The gap is enormous from a point of view of preparation, facilities, having the opportunity to play against a different brand of football. It's something that unfortunately is not achievable or easy for us right now. But having said that, I think the team is going to be as ready as possible. And as I said, it's going to be very, how shall I say, important for us to get it together in the first 10-15 minutes of the game, and making sure that we don't do anything sort of like silly. We have to be focused the 90 minutes, absolutely, from the first whistle to the last. We have to be on our guards, and what we need to do is to keep the ball. I think that's something that we need to do really well. If we give it away easily, then we just got to really work hard again to get it back. And the opportunity for us, if it comes along, we just need to be absolutely sharp and ready to take it, because if it's going to come, it's going to be maybe 1 or 2 chances through the 90 minutes. I kind of hoping that it comes to Taremi, because Taremi is right shit hot right now, and he's scoring and banging in the Portugal league, and also for the team mainly. And I think Osman is there, and with the rest of the team, I think we'll give it as best as we can, and I'm sure at the end of the day, if we get a draw, that will be fantastic. But look, as I said, we have to be realistic. Harry Kane is on song right now. He's scoring like, is nothing for him. He scored 7 or 8 goals in the last 9 games, I think. He's sharp, and all the other guys up front are looking really, really sharp. The only ointment for us is the back four. They're looking a bit, especially if they play Harry Maguire, our teammate. It's going to be interesting to see how we come up against these guys. Really, it'll be a magnificent opportunity, a test, and I'm sure the guys are going to give it maybe 160% on that day.
Now, of course, everyone comes into the World Cup with a lot of dreams and expectations and all kinds of stuff. What are the hopes of a nation for Iran heading into this World Cup? Can you get to the knockouts? Can you even go as far as the quarterfinals? What do you think?
This is going to be my 5th World Cup, and I've kind of followed the last 3, 4. Getting out of the group is going to be an amazing achievement, as I said, considering everything that it's kind of is in at the moment and previously to this. Let's take one step at a time, and if we can get out of the group, will be fantastic. And then after that, I think is Netherlands. You never know. Again, we just got to take one game at a time and try to maximize how we play and how we apply ourselves. Is going to be totally different environment, playing in the World Cup, and having had the opportunity and the experience of previous, for some of the guys is coming, it will be quite good, and maybe they can share it with other people, but it's nothing like you actually get the opportunity to do that yourself. So yeah, it's going to be heart thumping moments at the beginning, and once you get the few first touches, then hopefully you'll start to go with your instinct and your talent and your hard work, and basically see where we go from there, really. But I'm optimistic. I'm really optimistic and looking forward to getting out of that group.
Now, of course, Iran football for most of us is going to be a little bit a rarity for us. But who will be the man to get us off our seat with excitement for Iran heading into Qatar 2022?
As I mentioned, I think Taremi is right now. He's the main target man for us, and I think given the half a chance, he will make sure that he will put it at the back of the net. And I think majority of the guys who play abroad, in Europe, I think also the guys who play back home as well. I mean, they don't get picked just because they're there. They're not going to be just a number. They're going to come in and they're going to do their best. And I'm hoping that as a team they come out well, but individually, I think we're looking forward to Taremi and Osman to sort of like stick it to the back of the net, really.
Meanwhile, there's another game going on in Group B. It does involve the Welsh and the Americans, of course. What do you hope and expect from that game also in Group B?
I'm closer to watch a few of the Welsh side. I think they're going to rely on their speed more than anything else, and Ramsey and Bale are going to be there, and those two are the talisman of the team, with experience of playing in different leagues and what have you. So on the other hand, I know the Americans are quite athletic side, and they kind of few of them play in the Premier Division. So they've had the pedigree to sort of like look back. But again, I think it's all going to come down who's going to be the one who take the chances. And I'm sort of like my heart is going for a draw, really, because that way it gives us a better opportunity to get out of that. But yeah, I mean, getting the first game out of your system, it takes a lot out of you, and I think hopefully by the time it comes around to us, we can do the damage to one of these teams.
Now, of course, the all-important money question here, what is the final score going to be for Iran when they take on England in their opening match in this year's World Cup?
I'm going to 2-1 to England.
Excellent. I do appreciate you giving me a bit of your time here for this one. And, of course, we look forward to chatting with you as, of course, we get closer to the tournament and the second game and all that kind of stuff. And, again, I hear you are going to Qatar, so make sure you're safe out there. Keep it safe on your travels. And, of course, we'll look forward to chatting up with you in and around Doha and all that kind of business. But anyway, guys, thank you. Thank you. Subscribe. Smash the thumbs up. Smash the little bell. We go again, guys. Non-stop content right here all the way through to the final.